What's up, everybody? This is Craddock, your real estate coach, and I am excited to be here with you today to talk about one of my favorite topics, how to save money on taxes. Listen up, we're going to dive into it, but if you like this and other stuff that I have put out there trying to help you get to a place where you can make $1 million a year, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that bell, and let's get it. So many of us spend so much time working on making more money in our businesses. Well, here is the thing. If you want to make an extra $100,000, $200,000, $500,000 a year, every time you're making more money, if you're in the top tax bracket, 50% of everything you make goes to the government, right? So you have to make, if you want to make an extra $500,000 a year, you've got to bring home an extra $1 million a year. Or you can learn what the tax code actually says. A number of years ago, my eyes were open when I read a book called Tax-Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright. He says that most people think the tax code is like if you want to live gray, if you want to push the envelope and do things that are maybe not legal or right, that's how you can get the best return on your taxes. Well, that's not the truth at all. What his point is that the tax code actually tells you how to save money on taxes. And the reality is most CPAs, they're just glorified, order takers, right? They're not looking at strategy. Because I'm a real estate guy, what I love in the tax code is that the government wants us to create housing for people, right? So they incentivize us. They give us so many benefits if you buy real estate. So let's just think about it, right? You want to make an extra $500,000 a year, top line, you'd have to make $1 million if the government was taking half of it. Well, here's the thing, your investments don't have to be that much better if you can save between 25 and 50 cents on every dollar by not paying it to the government. So look at your strategy as a whole. How can we pay less to the government? What does the government want to incentivize us to do? And one of them is buy real estate. Here's one of the things that I learned that I thought was really, really incredible. So if you do, I think it's 725 hours a year in any sort of real estate work, you can be a real estate professional, whether you have a real estate license or not. So just think through whether you spend time on your real estate, rentals, researching, all of the different pieces. And if you can identify over 725 hours a year, you can be a real estate professional. And this is what it allows you to do. If you have a structure worth less than $500,000, the structure itself, not including the land, just the materials, you can do something called a desktop cost segregation analysis for less than $500. And this is an engineer that can tell you how much your property is worth. And this is where it gets crazy. So basically, what the government allows us to do is depreciate your house over 27 and a half years, which means take the full value of the structure and write it off in taxes over 27 and a half years. There was an argument whether it should be 25 years or 30 years, and they just split the difference and said, let's do 27 and a half years. I always wondered why. That's why. So what happens is, if you're a real estate professional, you can have all 27 and a half years and year one taken off. I mean, I'll tell you, I've got a lot of clients, a lot of folks that I've worked with that are saving between $20,000 and $40,000 in their actual dollars that they're not paying the government. Can you imagine when you have a third of your down payment, half of your down payment just written off, that you don't, not just written off, but that you do not have to pay, that you save in real tax dollars from the government? They're incentivizing us to buy properties. It is crazy. Then one of the best ways to get into a situation where you can save money on taxes is you get a credit card that you use for all of your business purchases. I love Chase Business Inc. If you reach out in the comments, I'll give you my link to get Chase Business Inc. and you'll get a bunch of extra miles on it. But here's the cool thing about Chase Business Inc. is every time I go to any sort of a business lunch, swipe it. Every time I go on a trip where I am looking at real estate or talking about real estate, which, by the way, every time I travel, I do some sort of real estate just look for some sort of real estate, because I'm always buying real estate, right? So you're able to swipe it, swipe it, swipe it. You can put everything on that one card, swiping it, so that you know how much you can write off. And I'll tell you, you don't realize how much you can write off until you really look at the tax code and see what all for business that you can write off. So with that said, when you focus on it, you realize that so many more things in your life are business expenses if you are a real estate professional, because we are always looking for more business. So write on, get everything into your one credit card so that you can track it and get it done. There's so many more things that I can share with you, but the last thing I'm going to share is this. If you make over $100,000 a year, you need to get a CPA that is amazing. Somebody that everybody raves about. Not just somebody that they say, hey, this is a good CPA. But I'll tell you, the people that save a lot of money love their CPAs, like rave about them. Say, this person is amazing. But the ones that like they just submit them and they just turn them out, those are the people that it doesn't really matter. And that's where 99% of the CPAs are. So you need to find one that really understands the tax code. Not only that, but will get together with you and help you strategize to pay less money to the government. If you don't have a CPA that works on strategy with you, then you probably don't have a CPA that you should be working with. They're more expensive, they're hard to get in touch with, but man, I'll tell you, if you get somebody who is good, they are going to save you their weight in gold. They will 3x, 5x. For me, I 30x'd what I spent on my taxes on what I saved, because they were that good. Creating a strategy, finding all these places where I was paying money that I didn't need to pay money. If you're making over $100,000 a year, go get an amazing CPA. And again, post in the chat, post in the link, post in the comments. If you need somebody great, I'll introduce you to somebody amazing. But with that said, go out, read that book, buy the book, read the book, Tax-Free Wealth. Understand that those that invest in real estate have the biggest ability to save money on taxes, and focus on it, because this is the easiest way to make more money. You can either make more top line or you can keep more of what you make. But what the heck, let's do both. Go live uncommon.